Testing, 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 testing. Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. It's good to be back this morning. North Georgia's only live online morning show. And I want to thank Rick for sitting in yesterday and doing a very special Veterans Day show. Thank you very much, Rick, and your guest yesterday. I hope I've inherited this flag. Now, you may have this little flag stand, you may have forgotten it and you want it back. If you do, that's fine, but I have the Marine flag right here and the American flag, and this little flag stand came in this morning, found this on the table. So if it's something I can keep, I'd like to, but if not, I will return it. We have our Keep America Great 2020 hat. We got to talk about the Republicans' doomsday scenario out there. I'm your host, BKP. It's good to be back. It is Tuesday morning in North Georgia. Raining. I tell you what, yesterday had to venture into Atlanta. The drive back yesterday was so bad in that rain, and just be safe out there today. Wherever you're going, be safe with all this rain. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, it's 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. And also, you can find us there on the internet, FYN TV, Fetch Your News. That's the Instagram. On our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So, all right, folks. We want to go a couple places this morning. I want to talk about voting machines in Georgia, all right? And I want to talk about some of the facts that they're not telling you. You have been inundated with lies from the media about all the voting machines that did not work, the lines, and a lack of voting machines. Not enough. And the truth has just not been told. Think about it like this. How come the most rural counties in Georgia can get this right, but the metro Atlanta counties cannot? Now, the answer is not, well, rural counties don't have as many voters. Okay? No, that's not the answer. Okay? Rural counties don't have as many machines. Rural counties don't have as many votes. Not the answer of what the problem is. We'll get into that in a little bit. But you may be interested to see here. Pull up. Obviously, they found. Give me number 6 there. That is a federal judge right there. Number 6, federal judge. And that is Amy. Let me get to her the story I'm looking at this morning. One, you have a New York Times story. And I want to talk about this judge for a minute. Okay. Federal judge delays certification of Georgia election results. Okay, this is the judge here. Federal judge on Monday ordered a delay in the certification of Georgia election results, citing concerns about the state's voter registration system and handling of provisional ballots. The decision effectively deepened the turmoil in Georgia's campaign for governor, a still unsettled contest. It is settled, folks. Settled contest that has been among the most acrimonious campaigns in the nation this year. Although the ruling by Judge Amy Totenberg, a federal district court in Atlanta, formally affected every election in Georgia for the state in federal office, okay? So here is the lady, okay, let's put it like this, in which the Democrat candidate Stacey Abrams is within 21,000 votes of forcing a runoff election against Kemp. This is a national disgrace. So first of all, this judge is an Obama, okay, is an Obama appointee, all right, period. All right, so they ran and found an Obama appointee. Now, who else did they find? Now, you remember right before. Now, this has got a couple twists and turns. So, first of all, the leadership of Georgia. You have known for years that the citizens of Georgia want a new voting system overwhelmingly. Okay? You have had several years. So we can't just go and blame this on a liberal judge, which is true. We're going to, but we just got to lay some blame where it's at, where it needs to be. Georgia Republican leadership, all Georgia Republicans across the state of Georgia, you have known for years, several years, that the citizens of Georgia wish to have a different voting system. Now that is overwhelmingly, and there was a proposed backup receipt, paper receipt, okay, and a backup system put into place that was going to be put into place, but it did not pass this year. It was said it would cost the state too much money. It would cost too much money for local elections or local small counties to implement and train. Now we're going to go a couple different ways. Number one, why does it cost too much for local counties? Why didn't we put a little money in the state budget to help the counties with a transition on a voting system? But this is exactly what we've ended up with. We did not get there was legislation in place. There was on the Secretary of State's primary campaign for Republicans a big push to change the election system in Georgia. But no, we did not. Now, she is a liberal judge, okay? And everything has been set up, and it's been set up for quite some time. Now, they won't certify the vote in Georgia until Friday now. But now let's go back just a little bit here, okay? Let's go back to September 18th, all right? Judge says Georgia elections at risk, but rules against paper ballots. Georgia voters will continue to use touchscreens to cast their ballots this fall. Perhaps for the last time, a federal judge found a concrete risk, she wrote on September 18th, that Georgia's electronic voting system is vulnerable for tampering, but she ruled against a quick switch to paper ballots less than 4 weeks before an early voting begins for the November election. U.S. District Judge Amy Totenberg, right there she is, late Monday denied a motion from election integrity advocates. Common Cause. Common Cause is already is in the lawsuit. Okay, they were right up here in LHA. I met the lady, and they said they would sue. I talked to her. U.S. District Judge Amy Totenberg late Monday denied a motion from election integrity advocates, Common Cause, who asked for her to force the state's 6.8 million registered voters to use hand-marked paper ballots instead of direct recording electronic voting machines. Totenberg scolded state election officials who had buried their heads in the sand. This is this woman here. Now, this is the one that granted yesterday, said yesterday that Georgia can't certify to vote. I mean, I think it's going to take up to Friday. This is the one, the Abrams campaign, or whoever it is, I forget who brought the lawsuit, so let's not split hairs, found this same judge. This was all set up. Totenberg scolded state election officials who had buried their head in the sand by failing to safeguard Georgia's voting system. She allowed the state to continue using electronic voting machines because a rushed transition to paper ballots could frustrate voters with bureaucratic confusion and long lines. Her decision ensures that the Georgia's 27,000 touchscreen machines will remain in place for the election for governor between Democrat Stacey Abrams and Brian Kemp, who is responsible for overseeing the election. In-person early voting starts. All right. So the judge listened. All right. With the ruling behind us, we will continue our preparations for the secure, orderly election, Kemp said. Our state needs a verifiable paper trail, but we cannot make such drastic changes in this election cycle. So let's go to one thing. First of all, let's get the facts. So so we have the New York Times, we have everybody. Okay, everybody. So the AJC, judge orders review of provisional ballots in Georgia election. A federal judge on Monday ordered election officials to review thousands of provisional ballots that haven't been counted in Georgia's close election for governor. U.S. District Judge Amy Totenberg's order called for a hotline for voters to check if their provisional ballots were counted. A review of voter registrations and updated reports from the state government, but why many voters were required to use provisional ballots. The court's decision comes as votes are still being counted in the race for governor between Democrat Stacey Abrams and Republican Brian Kemp. Abrams trails Kemp and would need to gain more than 20,000 additional votes to force a runoff. Okay? Totten said she's providing limited, modest relief to help protect voters. The order preserves Tuesday's deadline for the county election offices to certify results and the November 20 deadline for the Secretary Robin Crittenden to certify the election. That is the Secretary of State, the appointed. The ruling, her ruling applies to provisional ballots which were issued as many as 27,000 Georgia voters became voters because their registration or identity couldn't be verified. Let me move quickly past this. Try to quit my stumbling around. This is the federal judge. This is the federal judge that scolded the state earlier. They found the same judge, okay? This is the judge that ruled yesterday on the provisional ballots or giving them more time. This is the number all over the internet. Go to number 7. Did you have a problem at the poll or cast a provisional ballot? Call to be sure your vote is counted. Voter Protection Hotline. All over the internet. Abrams, okay? This is all over the internet. Almost anywhere you go. Number 8. Where are the votes? Okay? Count every vote. Hashtag count every vote. Kemp claims provisional 21,190. Early vote 0. Vote by mail 0. Military 0. Okay? We've identified, this is Stacey Abrams saying, we've identified 26,846 provisional, 1,303 early, 2674 and by mail, and 2684 military. Okay? Potential 33,507. All right. Now, so she has not conceded the race. Let's go to number 17. I'm pretty sure it's number 17. The New York Times, MSNBC, loving every minute of it. Federal judge delays certification of Georgia election results. Okay, so an Obama judge, which they found in September, which went after the state leadership for not changing the voting machines or changing the way we vote in Georgia in September, but said she laid the groundwork. This federal judge, Obama appointee, laid the groundwork in September that she sees a lot of problems with our voting in Georgia. But there would be no way to implement a paper ballot in time for this election. Okay? But she goes on record, it's going to be a major problem. She can see it coming. Well, interestingly, she was able to see that coming in September, and interestingly, the Abrams campaign was able to find her just in time to get a delay in certifying the elections in Georgia. Now, let's see, let's not bore you yet with local stuff, right? So, the bottom line is the leadership in Georgia knew this was coming. All right? And we knew what was about to happen. We here on the show, we told you over and over about the New Georgia Project. We've known for years what Stacey Abrams and the Democrats were up to. Now she's 20,000 votes short of a runoff, and there'll not be a runoff. But they're pouring the money in, and they're doing everything they can to manipulate this to see if they can push it to a runoff election between Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams. Kemp has gone on, moved forward, and started putting his transition team together and working to be prepared to be the next governor of Georgia, while Abrams is keeping us on the front page, national page, all around the country. They don't like to be called rhinos. They don't like to be called the establishment. But what happened in the last election certainly is something that Georgia needs to pay attention to concerning their Republican leadership. And let me say that in all due respect to the leadership. I'm not going to get in a big fight with you, but all right, they're going to lead you to believe this week that the Democrats, the Republicans, here's what I like, is the Republicans are going to do soul searching, okay? And the Republicans will not come out and admit, and this is in Georgia, but so goes Georgia, so goes the country. I told you that before. And I want to bring this up because the media is painting the Republican Party now of the party of the white male. Okay? And the party of the white male. And they're going to tell you the rising Hispanic vote in the country. If you look at Texas, Arizona, and Georgia. Okay? Texas, Arizona, and Georgia. What is changing in the demographics of our states? And Republicans will buy into that's the reason they lost the 6th district with Karen Handel. They will buy into that's why they lost Metro Atlanta. They will buy into this rather than look at the facts that Georgia Republicans have made it hard made it very hard it's hard to figure out the difference in so many cases in Georgia of what a Republican is and what a Democrat is and where those lines are blurred and cross. It's hard to differentiate between some Republicans in Georgia and Democrats. This is a truth moment, okay? You're still sitting on a Republican majority. Now you stop and think about it. You're still sitting on a Republican majority in the House and Senate in the state of Georgia that at one time was a Democrat majority, but only the party label changed, the people didn't, for the most part. And what I mean by that is we are still in Georgia with an enormous amount of Democrats posing as Republicans. That's all there is to it. You can continue to thank Nathan Deal for the job creation in Georgia and giving the tax deals. We'll go into that in just a minute, all right? But federal judge is stopping us from certifying an election at least till Friday. An Obama appointee. I want to cover some more of that in a little bit, but I do want to say this. And let's go a little deeper here. Let's go to number 3. Not talked about anywhere. Not talked about in the Fox News is not talking about it. MSNBC, nobody's talking about it. There's Jim Jordan and Kevin McCarthy. I'm going to tell you now, Republicans have had it. Okay? The House of Representatives, they're going to give you all kinds of data. Okay? Axios.com has out the doomsday scenario. The doomsday scenario for Donald Trump here in the next 2 years. You were told that John Boehner had to be the guy. All right? Republicans are good at accepting. Okay, Boehner has to be the guy. Okay, well, maybe our conservative congressman can push him in the way. 2010 major Tea Party Republican wins. Conservative wins all across this country. Conservative wins all across this country. There was a time when Marco Rubio was a Tea Party favorite, and that's how he's there. Tea Party conservative wins all across this country. Pushes Republicans into the majority in the House of Representatives. But we sat back as Republicans and said, you know what? Well, I know John Boehner's not our guy. And I'm really not looking, but you know what? My congressman won, and maybe my congressman will keep him conservative. So we accepted that, all right? It was shoved down our throats as Republicans, and I don't care how you want to put it. Second, then we end up with Boehner leaving, and Boehner calls in, where are we at in this? You got to ask yourself, where are we in this discussion? You and I, the Republicans, the ones that send your representatives there to so-called represent your interest. Where are we in the discussion? Why are our elected officials not caring about us and caring more about their position and their level of, where they're going to be on the chain versus representing what we want? So then we get told, basically Paul Ryan comes in. I did this the other day, and he comes in and he says, hey, Boehner says, hey, it's yours. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. There's this major omnibus spending bill, okay, on your desk, right? Boom, Ryan is the man. He is given the crown. And you and I are sitting at home saying, how the hell did this happen? How did we get Paul Ryan? All right, go to 1 and then 2. 1 and 2. All right, how did we get Paul Ryan? How did we? We were told we had to have it. Now we're really not happy. And we're not happy to a point that omnibus bill passed. And I'm going to tell you, all across this country, a lot of congressmen, they were primaried. A lot of them were primaried over that spending bill. It was upsetting. All right? We called our congressman, go to number 2. We called our congressman, there's Paul Ryan and Kevin McCarthy. We called our congressman the whole time that they were putting the omnibus bill together with Boehner. We were telling our congressman, no, no, no. And then he leaves and Ryan gets the job. And Ryan comes out and gives us the worst excuse ever about spending bill. It was on his desk. The cake was baked. I'll never forget it. You have to accept it. We're tired of accepting it out here. You need to realize why you really lost Republican House. So Ryan says, hey, you got to accept it. I don't want to be Speaker. Now he doesn't want to be Speaker. Take a minute and look up what this kid, to me he's a kid, what this kid is leaving with. His retirement, his pension, whatever. Okay, look at what this guy's taking home. Look at his parting gifts at his age, what he gets for retiring as Speaker of the House. As Speaker, he's not going to retire as Minority Leader. He's getting the I'm the Speaker package to leave. Yes, big time. Look at his retirement that he's taking home. So he's leaving. And he's calling in this guy here, Kevin McCarthy. Another 3 in a row. Go to number 4. This is the guy, Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan, the bulldog, Jim Jordan, the wrestler. They've done everything. They tried to make up accusations about him in the locker room. They tried to make up accusations that he's seen things while a wrestling coach, or heard of things and did not act on. They've done everything. They did so many things trying to destroy this guy. This guy is trying to save the republic for which it stands. This guy right here, Jim Jordan. That's the man, Congressman from Ohio. Go to number 3. Folks, you need to call your congressman and tell your congressman you want them to vote for Jim Jordan for Minority Leader. And that you've had enough with the hand-me-down and you had enough with who's in line next. Look at what the Democrats are doing, okay? They're going right back to Nancy Pelosi. We have to stop our House of Representatives from being manipulated the way they want. Is there something wrong? Is there a difference in the sides? Can you find a difference in a Democrat and Republican? Or is it all the same and they're playing games with us, the American people? Nancy had it, then she didn't. Boehner had it, then he didn't. Ryan had it, then he didn't. Nancy's going to get it. And he's going to get the minority. And then what happens in a couple years? They play games, we vote them out. And guess what? He is majority leader. It's a game they're playing. We need to once and for all, as the Republican Party, we need to stand up and demand that Jim Jordan be the next minority leader of the Republican Party in the House of Representatives. I'm sorry. It's not a like or dislike the congressman, wherever you're at in your district. It's just the facts. I'm going to tell you something. If Kevin McCarthy goes in, you're going to have the next Tea Party. It's getting ready to happen, okay? It's getting ready to happen. You missed it. Guess what? In 2010, we had a Tea Party revolt in this country. And we turned the House red. And we thought we did it for all the right reasons. And we thought they would go up there for all the right reasons and do all the right things that was required, that we required to lead the House of Representatives. No, it did not. Spending never changed. I better take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to continue to talk about this. We're going to talk about Florida. We're going to talk about how Georgia needs to thank God. I know, I'm saying some things you wish I wouldn't say, but you need to thank God that Amazon picked New York and Northern Virginia instead of Georgia. And it has to do with our election, and I'll explain why. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Ron Wanda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you would like to call the show, 706-889-9700. If you'd like to be on the show, you can text me there, 706-889-9700. You can email me, chief@veterannews.com, and there are all of the social media ways you can follow us. It's good to be back this morning. I, again, want to continue to thank Rick for a special Veterans Day show yesterday. Thank you very much. Now, so much ties together because let's go back to the voting machines just for a minute, okay? Just so this judge, let's go ahead and put up number 6. This is Amy, what is her name again as a judge here? She's an Obama appointee, and she is Amy Totenberg, okay? So she has decided that we're going to wait till Friday to certify, or she is delayed certifying. Common cause. All right, listen, I guess I want to say I promise you not to do it, and I told you so, okay? But I worked on this for weeks in advance, okay? I told you about Common Cause. I told you they were right here in Ellijay not long ago, all right? They were up here in North Georgia. We've talked about the Democrat redistricting National Redistricting Committee. We've talked about the New Georgia Project. I mean, we really worked on trying to let you know that this was on its way, okay? You know, it's a funny thing. No, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to be negative today as far as saying anything. It's, you know. So, voting machines. Let's tell the truth. You know, this is not going to be the most glamorous story, because the glamour of it is to hear the lies, how not that, you know, the spin of the media of how people stood in line for hours, 3 and 4 hours. And if you go to Stacey Abrams' website, there are testimonials on how 10 and 15 people at a time got out of line and left, okay? Testimonials over and over how they just got out of line and left, and they were worried they were going to lose their job, and one thing after another, okay? Voting machines did not work. There wasn't enough. Why were voting machines in a warehouse and not out there to be put into use? So let's just do this, okay? First of all, you have every county handles their elections. Now, cities have their own elections, but every county handles the elections for the state and federal. Now, if you've ever, because I have, sit through a yearly budget meeting. So here is the budget for 2019 for Gilmer County. And let's see, voter registrar, okay, 106,337 is in the expenditure budget. Voter registrar, okay? Elections, $65,314. Elections in the county budget. So it's up to the counties to come. There's 100 and some thousand being spent right here in this rural county on elections. And they do their budget. And they come to your county commissioners. This might be boring, but let's tell the truth, all right? Let's just keep this judge up here. She's a federal Obama appointee. We want you to have a very focused view on a liberal judge that Stacey Abrams has found. But, so, it's very boring, but the county, the head of the elections goes and puts in their budget. And they tell their county commissioners, hey, we have to have X amount this year. We have a lot on the ballot. So an election costs about $30,000 in rural counties. In small counties where you're probably sitting this morning, it's a $30,000 election. You pay for it. Yes, you do. You pay for it. You buy the voting machines. Yes, you do. You buy the voting machines. I was sitting, and let's see if I'll be corrected on this. I was sitting in a meeting, I think it was last year, okay? I think it was last year, where the election machines that we use in Georgia, the Fannin County, and I can say this, the Fannin County Board of Elections needed to buy 4 machines. And there's a state that no longer used those machines, and they were online for sale. Online for sale. That's my understanding. And they bought, the government puts out sales of different states. Not basically, I don't want you to think they bought them through Amazon. So they purchased these from another state, these machines. They had to go, your head of elections there had to go in Fannin County to the Board of Commissioners and explain to the Board of Commissioners why they needed those machines, that they had, what elections they had coming up, and had to get their budget adjusted so they can make the purchase, which the commissioners agreed, hey, this is a good deal, let's get the machines. All right? So, go to your county election office, and there's a whole checklist before they put the machines out for an election. They got to go to, they got to put them all out. They got to test them. They got to fill out all kinds of paperwork that they've been tested, that they've worked properly. Then, when they're done with the machines, they got to put the heads of them, okay, that you see there. They got to put those heads in a box. They have to clear them, okay? They have to fill out all kinds of paperwork to certify they've been cleared. It's a major process that the county's responsible for. So if you have a county, you may need to clean out your election board. You may need to clean out your head of elections. If you have a county, you need to go to your county commissioners if you didn't have enough poll workers. If they didn't put enough money in the budget to hire poll workers, you need to go to your county commissioners. If they didn't put enough money to buy enough machines for you to cast your votes, you need to go to your county commissioners. and find out why. If you stood in line for 2 hours to vote somewhere, I can understand, it can be hard in the major metropolitan areas. But if you stood in line for 2 hours to vote and machines did not work, you have a board of elections in that county, and you have someone in charge of the elections in that county, and you've got a county commission. And you need to go to them. But no, the media makes a big deal out of the Secretary of State's office. And the media makes a big deal out of the Secretary of State had all these voting machines in a warehouse. There's a process of requesting more machines. There's a process if you needed more machines. But I'm telling you right now, these areas in Gwinnett and the other areas that failed, that Stacey Abrams is screaming about, they did it on purpose because they knew if they would cause some of these problems, okay, this is my opinion, they knew if they caused some of these problems, you'd have what you have today. Well, you're thinking, well, no, I don't think they did it on purpose because they wanted the votes. Just saying. You need to look at your county. That's how it's done, is your county. So if you have a problem with the voting machines, you need to go to your county commissioners, your board of elections, and you need to take up your problem there. If you did not have enough machines, you need to take up the problem there. If you did not have enough poll workers, you need to ask why there wasn't enough money in the budget to get enough poll workers for your board of elections to handle your election. All right? I'm going to take a brief break. We'll be back right after these messages. We'll talk about Florida and Arizona. I'm your host, BKP. Take a brief break there, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Just looking now, just to let you know, I promised you Monday, and I will go on social media and put this up. Tomorrow we're going to do a local story on Gilmer County, the post commissioners, the raise that's being proposed for the post commissioners. That will be tomorrow. We will do that story, and I think anybody out there should pay attention to this story tomorrow. We're going to do that. We promise you there. Also, we want to say, want you to do me I'm going to do this, Josh. I want to cut this real quick, and I want to send this to you. What I want to do is I want you to bring it up when I get ready to go to the next one, so it's ready, even if it has to go across the whole entire, however you want to do it, Josh. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm sending you a pic here now. I want to show the people at home some things that we're doing. All right, right here at FYN. We got something new we got going on at FYN. Josh, put up, I'm getting ready for work this morning, and I'm listening to some news in the background. And Sunday, I noticed this guy was on one of the Sunday shows. When I watched the Sunday shows, I noticed this guy was on one of the Sunday shows. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what's this guy doing on TV? Why would they even let him like on one of the Sunday shows to make recommendations of anything? And go ahead and put up number 9. And I heard in the background, and this was on Fox, from Chicago to cable, Emanuel attends meetings with MSNBC and CNN. Why would they let this low-life, corrupt mayor, okay, and you wonder if the media is not the enemy of the people? This low-life, corrupt mayor of Chicago that has made a disaster. I mean, Chicago has always been a disaster, but he has been a disaster for several years. Maybe not always, but he has made a total mess, and it's the murder capital. I mean, Kanye said they call it Chirac, right? Chirac. Oh, man. And this guy's in talks with MSNBC and CNN. MSNBC and CNN for he's going to go right from mayor of a murder capital city to a we're going to call it now Rahm Emanuel. Okay, number 25. So HQ2 will not be in Georgia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I have people out there yelling, you wanted to turn down 50,000 jobs? First of all, Amazon split the jobs. What do you want to bet that all of the tax abatement, all of these major deals that Amazon was given by New York and Northern Virginia, they will still get, and they split the deal. It was supposed to be 50,000 jobs, but Amazon's going to go for 2 locations for HQ2. Wouldn't HQ2 in 2 locations be HQ2 and HQ3? Just saying. Amazon picks New York and Northern Virginia for HQ2. After running a year-long competition that drew interest from hundreds of cities and a number of states, Amazon has reportedly chosen New York City and Northern Virginia to split duty as its second headquarters. Okay? The development projects, which could be announced as soon as Tuesday, today, promise to bring the cities a giant infusion of jobs and tax revenue, but are almost certain to draw fire from critics concerned about their impact on infrastructure and property values. The company said the new facility would create as many as 50,000 jobs and cost us at about $5 billion. The announcement sent cities into a frenzy, with some making elaborate moves to attract Amazon's attention. Kansas City Mayor Sly James wrote 5-star reviews for 1,000 random items on Amazon's website. Tucson sent Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos a giant cactus, and Stonecrest, Georgia, offered to rename some of its land the city of Amazon. 25,000 jobs. Translated, 25,000 liberal votes. Stacey Abrams is short 20,000 now. So let me tell you something. This is one of those I know I'm in trouble kind of days. Georgia Republicans, can I say this? Well, I can. Damn it, I own the place. Have you ever, do you realize I'm not a big Nathan Deal fan, Governor Nathan Deal? I don't come on here and rail 7 days a week of my dislike for him. I don't come on here and rail 7 days a week. He was just days from being under federal investigation when he retired as a congressman, and we turned around and made him a governor. I don't come in and rail on that. I don't come in and rail that he was a Democrat congressman from the 9th District when he switched over to Republican because he just politically, he felt the temperature of the Republican water in Georgia. I don't come on and rail about that, okay? I don't come on and rail on a daily basis that Governor Deal is not a conservative. He has raised the state budget in the 8 years he's governor. He raised the state budget $5.5 billion in 5 years, over $1 billion a year in the last 5 years. I don't come on and rail about that. I don't come on here and rail about that the ice storm that happened in whatever year, he blew so bad that after that he just said, I don't give a rat's about the state's money. I will just call a state of emergency for a hard rain. And we have had how many state of emergencies since the ice deal that he blew that time? I don't come on and rail about that. I do not come on a daily basis and discuss that that he was totally against. Yes, he was totally against open carry, campus carry, a gun bill. He was against it, but he did finally sign it after it got watered down. Okay, I don't come on and say anything about that where Governor Nathan Deal is concerned. I don't really discuss how he vetoed a religious liberty bill that mirrored the House passed, and it mirrored the federal bill. I don't really, because it was not in his words somewhere. I will quote, when I say his words, I have to be careful. He made a comment, so that is not Georgia values. And remember all of these religious liberty bills and the adoption, all right, faith-based adoption. Remember all that stuff? He was concerned that somebody would leave the state or economically. I don't come on and rail about that. I don't come on and rail about how the governor and our Republicans have kissed the NFL's ass to get the Super Bowl, that we had to give them a tax break. The NFL got a big tax break. To NFL tickets. That's part of the deal of getting the Super Bowl. You got to give a tax break to the NFL tickets holders. I don't come on and talk about us having to kiss the NFL's ass. I don't come on and talk about how we've invested money into these big major sporting complexes that they say we did not as a state government. I don't come on a daily basis and say that. I just say it all in one day. I'm not a big Nathan Deal fan. I mean, I wish him well, okay? I wish him well. But you do realize there's two things. Number one, Brian Kemp's the first real Republican governor of Georgia. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't Sonny Perdue. You can get a little ugly with me. Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying that. Well, listen, I know you cringe when you say establishment Republican. You cringe when you say rhinos. And I get so tired that if we don't lock step with everything that, you tell us we got to lock step with, we're bad people. But you know what? Sonny Perdue wasn't a Republican. Nathan Deal has not been a Republican and is not a Republican. Brian Kemp is. And we're hoping for a different state. Now, the reason I have said this over and over and over. Why, we wanted jobs. Why, yes, you wanted jobs. Okay, I'm glad you wanted jobs. I support jobs. But you look. Now, you're going to say, well, wait a minute. You're contradicting yourself. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I understand the New Georgia Project. All right? I understand the New Georgia Project. And what happened there as far as going out in Georgia and trying to register 250,000 people to get her across the finish line. I understand that Soros and Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg poured money into this state. I understand that. But let me tell you another thing that you need to understand why you're not liking me, so let's just go for the you don't like me totally move. You need to thank Nathan Deal for importing about as many liberal, importing about as many liberal companies and giving away the farm and the tax deals, and with him your Republican friends in Georgia, that brought all of these liberals and all of these people from union states and all these companies with union backgrounds to Georgia to help vote Democrat. Every single time you turn on the TV and you believe in the lie, okay? Why, Georgia has to accept it's turning purple because, the demographics, the Hispanic population in Georgia. What? Really? You want me to believe that? I don't. I believe Georgia has turned purple over the past several years because Republicans continue to give these tax breaks. And next thing you know, we've got the Hollywood of the South here from California. And the Hollywood of the South is liberal. Okay? Well, are you against them making movies? No, I'm not against them. Let's just talk the facts. You have all these major corporations. Mercedes came from New Jersey. What the hell came with them? Blue voters. You get a company that comes from Illinois. What the hell comes with them? Blue voters. You got all these blue voters. They've invested so much in blue voters. And they would not touch nothing controversial for the last 8 years. Okay? Deal nothing. Because he did not want to send a message that goes against Georgia values. Nathan Deal, really? And Republicans in Georgia? Let me tell you something. For those of you that think that I'm a newcomer, I was in your state in 1999, 1998. I was in your state when you probably built more houses. It was one of the most explosive cities, okay, in the United States as far as economic boom. I don't want to get in trouble. Roy Barnes was the governor. I know, you just got mad. No, I'm not saying I'd rather have a Democrat governor. Roy Barnes was the governor of Georgia when I moved here. The state was booming. Housing was booming. We went into a national economic downturn, not just Georgia. But I'll tell you what, in the last depression, I guess I call it depression of 2010, 2009 and 10, I guess we could thank the Republicans of Georgia for saving the ship. I guess we could thank the Republicans of Georgia for bringing in jobs. I think we could thank the Republicans of Georgia of getting things balanced out to where we did not, you're asking me, do I not remember teacher furloughs? Yes. But if you're going to continue to thank the Republicans for doing all those things, you need to thank the Republicans of Georgia for bringing in as many liberal voters as they possibly could get in the 6th district and many around Atlanta and metropolitan areas. That has changed the face of Georgia, because that's how Georgia became a purple state, not because of the Hispanic population. And I want to thank Amazon for picking 2 more places to go and not picking Georgia, because I'm tired of giving these tax breaks to these major corporations, okay? I am tired of supporting these major corporations with our tax money, and then we supplement them with the welfare and everything else when our people can't afford somewhere to live. I get tired of that stuff. Flat tired of supplementing these corporations. So I'm glad you didn't come to Georgia, no matter what people think. I'm glad you didn't bring the 25 liberal jobs, because that's just about 25,000 that Stacey Abrams is short, and that's all we need is some more liberal companies to power in here, knowing we have no traditional conservative values in this state, and keep pushing the state purple to where they're going to get it blue one day. I'm your host, BKP. I probably need to take a break. Let's take a break right there. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hey folks, good morning. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you'd like to contact the show, you could text me. Thank you for your text over. I read your text, and thank you for sending me a text whenever you sent it. I don't think it was during the break, but thank you for your text. I got that. I appreciate it. We might have a second one. Okay, but I got that. Thank you for your text. I appreciate it. And so, all right. I couldn't get your phone. No, you called here at 9:10. I'm just trying to get sorted out here what I've got going on. I do tell you if you'd like to be on the show, and I did not get this phone call, I'm sorry. If you would like to be on the show, text me that you want to be on the show, and we'll have our producer get in touch with you to get you on the show. So I apologize if you call. We can't take it sometimes because we're live on the show. So text us that you would like to be on the show. We'll have our producer get in touch with you if you'd like to call in. So that being said, FetchYourNews.com, we now are looking for and publishing content on 11 counties. So put that up there. If you'll notice there, and if you want to get involved, I want to tell you right now, if you want to get involved with FetchYourNews.com, if you want to be a sports reporter, if you would like to sit in courtrooms all day and go to some of the hottest trials in your area and listen to them and report on them, we have that opportunity. If you'd like to be involved in sports, local government, you'd like to cover your local Board of Education, your local Board of Commissioners, you'd like to follow up things on that, or just community things. But if you go to FetchYourNews.com, and what we've done is taken a screenshot of FetchYourNews.com. You look there, there's Gilmer, Fannin, Pickens, Union, Dawson, White, Towns, Murray, Lumpkin, and then we switch over to North Carolina, Cherokee County, North Carolina, and Clay County, North Carolina. So those, Clay County, North Carolina is a new county that's been added on here recently. We've got about 3 more that are getting ready to get added that we're going to be adding content. So if you're in the Cherokee County, if you're in the Cherokee County, North Carolina, area, and you are in Clay County, North Carolina area, and you'd like to get involved sports, reporting, news reporting in that area, you can contact us, 706-889-9700. Any of the other counties in Georgia, if you'd like to get involved, whether it be sports. And like I said, if you want to go and report on court cases that are going on, and you want to do investigative reporting, contact us, 706-889-9700. Send me a text message or email me, chief@fetchyournews.com. But we're happy to put up that right there, that banner with Clay County, North Carolina. So we want to thank any of our new viewers there. And I know we've got a new sheriff in town over in Clay County, North Carolina, and that is on that website there. So take that down. All right. President Trump travels. I don't want to go down this road. I'm staying on elections right now. Trump travels to over there, France, and Macron gets up, and he's got a bad problem. His approval ratings are like half of what Trump's are here in France right now, his unemployment is way up in France, and they've got problems. So, he goes after Trump to try to change the daily narrative in their news about nationalism, and nationalism it's bad and it's not true patriotism and whatever. So Macron and Trump are fighting there, which I could care less for right now. It's like I said, I'm so glad Amazon went somewhere else. Now, let's look at, give me number 13. Okay, number 13, Kyrsten Sinema wins Arizona Senate race, okay? So she is the Democrat, all right, to replace Jeff Flake. And so you got to start looking at these elections and what we're replacing. So she is the Democrat that's going to replace Jeff Flake, and Martha McSally lost, okay? She lost, all right? And let's go to number 23. So 20. I'm sorry, number 20. So here it is on Morning Joe. First woman in history, first Democrat since 1988 in Arizona. Kyrsten Sinema wins Arizona Senate race, okay? And then you got number 21. Sinema invokes McCain unity after close win. Now, Martha McSally, all right, and I'm watching MSNBC, and the thing is this morning, they talk about how classy Martha McSally was last night in her video and her concession to Sinema there. And it was very classy, and it was something Republicans can learn from, okay? This is what Joe and all of them were talking about, something Republicans could learn from. Democrats love a classy Republican. And the interpretation of a classy Republican for Democrats is somebody that rolls over and plays dead. Okay? Your dog rolls over and plays dead. You've trained your dog to roll over. A classy Republican. They love Martha McSally. She's a classy Republican. They love one. She was so classy in her when she conceded to Sinema. And Sinema there invoked McCain unity. Now, my understanding is they replaced Jeff Flake. My understanding is, first of all, McSally would have been a Jeff Flake. That's my understanding. Now, I never got really deep into the Arizona race. But my understanding is Jeff Flake would have not left Arizona. He would have just been replaced with Martha McSally, is my understanding. That's number one. Now, remember, Jeff Flake, okay, had such a low approval rating amongst Republicans in Arizona, he chose to retire. Don't forget that. I mean, they never put any of these facts together. Jeff Flake had such a low, all right, such a low approval rating with Arizona Republicans, he chose to retire. He said he couldn't make a Republican primary. Now, McSally squeaked through the primary and ended up as the nominee there for the Republican. But my understanding is, all right, that she would be no different, okay, then Claire McCaskill should be no different than Susan Collins, that if Martha McSally went to, and she has already, all right, Trump came out and said, hey, Arizona, they're trying to steal it. We need a new election maybe. And they were ready to fight, and she already came out before even losing and went against the president and said, hey, you know, let's not look at the voter fraud thing. It didn't happen. Let's be classy, okay? Democrats love when Republicans are classy. And they roll over and play dead like Martha McSally in Arizona and give a race away, okay? Just flat give it away with no fight whatsoever. All right, she could have went and joined, you know, Mitt Romney and been a classy Republican. All right, so that one is gone in Arizona, and she invokes McCain as the unity, okay, unity in McCain. Moving right along, the Republicans, all right, if you can't win Florida and you can't win, you know, by race baiting, number 23, why we still have Mississippi. We turn. Now, I told you, how long ago did I tell you that when Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions went home, he would try to get his old Senate seat back, and already sources say he plans to run to get his old Senate seat back in Alabama. So Jeffrey Beauregard is going to be the Republican senator from Alabama here real soon, and he's going to try to put this whole Department of Justice thing behind him as Attorney General. We're not talking about Whitaker today because I don't care to follow that rabbit trail with the enemy of the people press today with Whitaker. All right? So we turned Alabama. We almost turned Georgia. Now, what if we could turn Mississippi? Senator Hyde Smith, Republican of Mississippi, will provide no context after joking about going to a public hanging. Well, Lord, I'd be first at the public hanging. Well, the public hanging. We got her now. Number 22, they went to Eugene Robinson, number 22 there, and they're asking this morning, Eugene Robinson, Senator Hyde Smith rejects questions for saying she would attend a public hanging. Let me ask you, if they still did a public hanging down at the county square once a month and put the scoundrels up there in the noose, would you attend? I'm just saying. She said she would attend maybe. So, oh man, if we could just get Mississippi. The white Republican Party, the white male Republican Party, okay? And here's what you need to know about the Senate runoff election in pro-Trump Mississippi. Democrat former Agricultural Secretary and Republican Senator Cindy Hyde Smith face off. All right, so a public hearing. You remember, don't monkey this up. I hope Republicans don't monkey this up. She is running against number 24 there. Number 24, Mike Espy. Now, who is Mike Espy? Mike Espy is the former Democrat, former Agriculture Secretary for Barack Obama, black male, African American, whatever you want to say. If Espy could pull off an upset, it would narrow Republicans' projected majority in the chamber. Mississippi is a pro-Trump state. Cindy Hyde Smith, okay, In a pro-Trump Mississippi, Democrats will have one final chance this month to cut into Republican Senate majority. Democrat former Agriculture Secretary Mike Espy aims to upset Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith in the November 27th Senate special election runoff. So there is a runoff, and he is seeking to upset her. But they found this little clip that she said she would be on the front row at a public hanging. If we can only get Mississippi, if we could say she is a racist, right? If they say she is a racist, okay? Now we're looking for indictments to come down for Bob Mueller. I don't have anything on that. We're not following it here. We don't have time to keep up with every single thing. So Mississippi right there's a race that's not done with. Now we have the number 9. Scott holds razor-thin margin over Nelson. The League of Women Voters sue to force Scott to recuse himself. Okay, that's not number 9. Oh, 10. I'm sorry. I apologize. Number 10 there. All right, recuse himself. Now, he is the governor, and he has called for other people to look into, state agencies to look into this election to protect the integrity of the election in Florida, but he cannot direct them. So, and here is Nelson, number 11. Scott holds razor. There's Ben Nelson. Okay, he is the current. They're wanting Scott to recuse himself as governor. He is current senator, and they want him. Number 16, 12,000 votes separate them. 50.1%, 49.9%, about 12,000 separate them. And Scott is doing everything. Hillary's attorneys are down there trying to steal this election. Scott's doing everything to try to hang on to be the Senate elect of Florida, Broward County. The lady there that is the election commission, head of the election board there in Broward County, should have been fired, obviously. And we're going to see what happens in Florida here as they continue. You know, it's not interesting to me. You may find it interesting, but it's not to me that we cannot find Democrats as enthused about protecting the integrity of our elections. Just not enthused. And we can't find any of these votes and any of these corrupt things that are happening to benefit the Republicans. You don't find Republican votes in a box of provisional ballots. You don't find Republican votes or things that sway to the Republican side. You continue to find these Democrat inconsistencies in these elections. But I don't see the same people concerned about the integrity of our election. As you well know, I do not believe in early voting. And you know that. Okay, I voted last Tuesday, period. Okay? As you well know, I do not believe in provisional ballots, with the exception about, they need to come up with like 2 major things that allow you provisional ballots. Now, my understanding is the law. Now, wait, hear me out. My understanding is the law says, okay, that when you go to a polling place and you're at the wrong polling place where you're not registered there, that they're to turn you down to vote if you have enough time to get to your correct polling location. So if you've accidentally gone to the wrong polling location, that's fine. But if you have enough time to get to your polling location, they're supposed to direct you there to vote. But instead, they put out the provisional ballots. Ballots being mailed in needs limited to, nursing homes, assisted living areas where they can't get out. Needs limited to shut-ins that cannot get out. It needs limited to military that's serving out of the state or country. It needs to be like a list of 5 things, and that's it for a mail-in ballot. A mail-in ballot should not be accepted because your ass is too lazy to get up and go vote. Okay? Let me tell you something. I'm going to take a break, but if your ass can get up and ask for a ride, I don't have a ride to go vote. If your ass can get up and get a ride into town to play lottery, your ass can get up and get a ride into town to go vote. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a brief break. We'll come back and finish up what we have left here.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, I was not available. Today is the 13th, and I was not available on November 11th to do this. I could have done this on the 11th, but I wasn't available yesterday to do this story. And here's the bottom line. Let's put up the future of the Republican Party. Now, let's go with number 3. Well, first of all, let's go with number 1. I'm sorry, Josh. Let's go with number 1. We're tired in the Republican Party for the heir apparent, right? Is that what you say? The next person in line, heir to the throne? Okay. The Republican Party, the House of Representatives, is not a throne that somebody sits on, okay? And we're tired of the heir to the throne being thrust upon us, the people that go out and do the work for you in the Republican Party. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Conservative districts across this country do not want Kevin McCarthy to be the next minority leader of the House of Representatives. They do not. They don't want to leave the course of direction to Kevin McCarthy. That's my opinion. I know for a fact in the 9th Congressional District of the state of Georgia that the majority of Republican voters in the 9th Congressional District did not want John Boehner to be Speaker of the House. I'm guaranteeing you that right here as I said. And I guarantee you in the 9th Congressional District of Georgia, that those same voters, it even dwindled any kind of support for Paul Ryan. And I sit here today, go to number 2, and I tell you that where I sit in the 9th Congressional District of Georgia, they do not want Kevin McCarthy as the Speaker of the House. Our minority leader, they've lost the House, guiding the way of the Republicans. We're tired of it being a throne. We're tired of it being a kingdom. We're tired of the House of Representatives of the Republican Party being a dictatorship. Just like the Democrats should be tired of theirs being a dictatorship. They talk about Trump all day long. Trump comes nowhere near close to the Republicans here trying to be a dictatorship and tell us what we want instead of we telling our representatives what we are requiring if they want to stay in office. Now, I predict this. I predict that they will be primary challengers. If McCarthy is voted in, or if your congressman votes for Kevin McCarthy tomorrow for minority leader, I predict there'll be primary challengers in those districts. People have had it. They've had it. I predict that there's people in your state and in your district that are looking for challengers right now to go up against your congressman if they vote for Kevin McCarthy. They're tired of it. See, Republicans know, okay? And I gotta give the years. It's years ago. The first time I've ever heard this years ago was Rush Limbaugh said, when Republicans run as conservatives, Republicans win. And that's all there is to it. And they're trying to figure out now, they're going to try to figure out how they fit into these different districts with demographics. Going to try to find out how they fit in these areas of the country to be more liberal, to get their leadership back. If your congressman is more concerned with his leadership role, his or her leadership role in the House of Representatives, you've got a serious problem. And that's what they're up against. They want leadership roles. Now, this is the story that came out on the 11th. It was from Jonathan Swan from Axios. Pelosi, McCarthy are the front runners in the House leadership election. Put up, I think it's number 3. Now Jim Jordan of Ohio wants to be the minority leader. House Republicans and Democrats will soon elect their leaders to take them through 2020 elections. Republicans go first tomorrow. Elections on Wednesday. You know, while everybody else is, they are avoiding the subject. They're talking about Trump and Macron. They're talking about Florida and recounts. They're talking about McSally being classy. Oh, a classy Republican rolled over and died. They're talking about a federal judge in Georgia. They're talking all this. This is not getting talked about. Not getting talked about. Republicans go first. Kevin McCarthy expected to be the minority leader. His only challenge comes from the Freedom Caucus, Jim Jordan, and nobody seriously expects Jim Jordan to trouble him. Why? Because he just tell us what we're going to get? Oh, this is what you're getting. Okay. I would tell you this, Republicans that in 2010, that changed everything, that turned it over to control of them. We gave them control. We want the damn control back, people. We gave you the damn control, you squandered it. We gave you the damn chance, you blew it. No, we didn't. We just had our configuration of some of the moderate areas of the country that are really blue that we have to start figuring out how to fit into. No, that's not what happened. We gave you a chance, you blew it. Absolutely blew it. You had a chance. We went to the Capitol, 1 million people, and we turned 2010 around. We protested, and we turned 2010 around, and we made 2010 a blowout election against Barack Obama. He could not get his voters out. We came out again this year. But he has experience helping Republicans win back power. It's all about winning back power, which I do understand you have to be the majority party to get things done, but what do you want done? As Chief Deputy Whip, McCarthy played a key role in recruiting the class of Republican candidates that flipped in 2010. Yes! They took advantage of us. They went up there in 2010 and they took advantage of us. They did not do what we set them to do. Number 2, Steve Scalise, who is popular within the conference, will be the minority whip. There was plenty of speculation that he would challenge McCarthy for the top job. Liz Cheney of Wyoming is expected to be the House Republican Conference chair. Insiders consider Representative Tom Emmer of Minnesota the leading contender to run the House Republican campaign arm, the National Republican Congressional Committee. This is who we want to leave. Nancy Pelosi will be the Speaker of the House. Steny Hoyer of Maryland is expected to continue as Majority Leader. Jim Clyburn of South Carolina, House Majority Whip. Sherry Boutros of Illinois is favored to lead the Democrat congressional campaign. And go deeper, House Republicans day after. The candidates running for high stakes in the leadership. Jim Jordan challenges McCarthy for House leadership. Jim Jordan challenges Kevin McCarthy for House leadership. Okay? Why it matters. Jordan, the founder of the conservative House Freedom Caucus, told his colleagues in July that he was running to replace Paul Ryan as Speaker of the House. McCarthy has Ryan's endorsement and is a close confidant of President Trump, though conservative leaders have argued in a letter obtained by Axios that Jordan is the solution to failed Republican leadership, which has proven that it's part of the swamp. Go back to number one. Part of the swamp. We're tired of heir apparents, okay? We're tired of it. It doesn't matter if Kevin McCarthy has Donald Trump. If they've told Donald Trump, look, if Kevin McCarthy is a leader, he can bring you stuff, tell you what we need to do to get it through to Democrats. I'm not okay with that. Before we close, you need to look at the state house races that were lost. Okay? You need to go and look at how many state house races were lost last Tuesday. Georgia, the Georgia House of Representatives lost ground. I forget how many seats they lost. Georgia House Senate lost ground. They were in majority, but they lost ground. Okay? Why are they losing ground? In Georgia, my opinion is we can't figure out the difference. Okay? We can't figure out the difference. Axios go with this is what they've been talking about online this morning, all online, and MSNBC wanted to talk about it. Number 18 is what should worry Trump and the GOP? The midterm results were actually a terrible leading indicator for him. Trump and the GOP faced 2 years of public investigations. The prolonged recovery is on borrowed time, and a recession could well hit at the worst possible time for Trump. This is the doomsday scenario. The Trump GOP 2020 doomsday scenario. In a private conversation after the midterm, how are these private conversations? After the midterms, many top Republicans and Democrats said that President Trump seemed to be heading into the 2020 re-election race in a relatively strong position. The big picture, they couldn't be more wrong. In fact, all of the big trends are working against Trump and the GOP based on factors that are hiding in plain sight. Despite the conventional wisdom, many people around Trump and the GOP leadership share this dim view. Okay? The midterm results were actually a terrible indicator. Turns out without Hillary at the top of the ticket, Midwest states like Wisconsin are tough for Trump, and southern states with rising Hispanic population are slowly growing more Democratic long term, and GOP should be freaked out about this. This is what they're saying. I disagree on the several levels of that. Trump and the GOP face 2 years of public investigation coming from 3 different and dangerous directions. Robert Mueller, the state of New York, and Congress. 2 years of probing hell awaits, and the prolonging recovery is on borrowed time, and a recession could well hit at the worst possible time for Trump. In the thick of presidential race, live by the markets, live by the markets, die by the markets. Folks, what this really tells me is some people in the swamp are trying to make some things happen to put the finish on your president of the United States. The people that control the money are trying to end him. The people that control these parties, you think Trump, are trying to end him. The swamp is coming together. Do you think Paul Ryan really liked your president of the United States? Absolutely not. Do you think he's getting ready to hand it over to Kevin McCarthy, who likes him? Absolutely not. Do you think that the Democrats are ready to take over and work with Trump? Absolutely not. You see, Congress has never liked Trump. You got a couple, okay? Democrats, part of Congress, Republicans, they don't like Trump. Okay? The money people don't like Trump. They are getting ready to try to take him down from every single side they can, from collapsing the economy to investigations to creating total chaos 7 days a week. The worst part of it, Republicans seem to be ready to help. Sources from the Washington Post. Let's put up number 12. Officials Trump to oust from the Washington Post. His oust Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kyrsten Nielsen. So supposedly he's going to kick her out. See if I have anything else here that I forgot to put up. That's pretty much it for today. I'm gone. I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday morning. Stay tuned right now for Instant Replay. Dave Garner, Instant Replay. Don't go away right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.